Back in 2015, someone sent a video to a YouTube channel called Paranormal Review. The email told this story. A woman and her husband were driving through Colorado one night on this narrow back road when they thought they hit a deer. They pulled over and started backing up to check what happened. When they looked at their backup camera, something appeared that they still can't make sense of today.
Something. Hope it didn't hurt the car. Somewhere. Is that it right there? There it is. Oh my gosh, go.
Sure, lots of people think it's fake, but video experts who studied the footage figured out the road was about 12 feet across. That's a big deal because it helps them estimate how tall this thing was. At least 8 feet, they say. Some think it could be even bigger because of the camera angle. Tell me what you make of it, though. This woman keeps hearing weird sounds in her house after dark. Quiet footsteps, something moving around. Noises that shouldn't be there. When she goes to investigate, there's never anything to find. This creepy routine goes on for weeks. Then one night, those same sounds start up again, except now they're outside. She pulls out her phone to record and carefully moves toward where the noise is coming from.
If you see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide.
Moving slowly toward her garage with the door open, her phone picks up something really disturbing. A face hiding behind a tree past her yard. It's white and completely still, just staring. There's only the head visible, the rest hidden by the tree. When she spots it, she freaks out and rushes back into the house. She insists this has to be something paranormal, some kind of supernatural entity her camera caught. But if she's right, where's the body? This footage was taken by someone going by the name Evelyn, who says that her brother managed to catch what she's describing as a goblin on his mobile phone while they were in the middle of a party. Pretty fascinating, right? Even though the video quality is terrible, you can clearly make out legs and arms on that little figure, and it even looks like it's wearing some kind of tall elongated hat or headpiece. Do you see it there? This time with the color effects added to enhance the details. It's definitely not someone's shadow, and it's not from an animal either, so the goblin theory is starting to look a lot more believable. Do you think that's really what got captured in this footage? What else could it possibly be? This doesn't match the shadow of any person or animal we can think of, which really strengthens the theory that we're looking at a goblin or some kind of supernatural creature here. What do you think this mysterious footage actually caught on camera? Drop your thoughts and theories in the comments below. The next clip was shared by user Cliff Clips, who was visiting the abandoned Diplomat Hotel and was capturing some really nice shots from the derelict rooms and the overgrown outside area of the place. The video wasn't intended to be creepy in the slightest. However, Cliff might have captured something on his phone that might have not belonged to this realm. He was exploring the building with a friend for some time, who had to leave after a little bit to grab a jacket. Based on Cliff's commentary, he was pretty much sure to have been completely alone by the time of recording the following incident. As he's filming the pouring rain coming down on the outside wall, the camera captures somebody standing in the inside of one of the rooms. It would appear that another person was with him at the time. However, Cliff swears that no one was in that room, since he had just gotten out of it moments before. So, how is this capture possible? Some people explain this with either it being a strange case of time traveling, or that we could be actually looking at a ghost here. It's hard to say whatever was going on here, however. Maybe it was just a person who snuck in, or his friend who wanted to play a prank on him. Or was it something inexplicable after all? You decide. The following was recorded by a woman who states that ever since moving into a new place, some really scary things have been going on. For whatever reason, most of the activity unfolded when she was home alone with her animal.
Okay, we've been hearing noises. It's okay, it's okay. Shh, sit down. You scared? Hang on. Sometimes when you hear noises, sometimes things get thrown off the counter. I just want to make sure that you see nothing, because this is really creepy. I'm so over it. Come on, John, hurry up and get home. Can you stop, please? Sometimes things get thrown off the counter. Sometimes the water gets turned on. It's really creepy. Who's it, Lucy? Who is it? I'm probably gonna go live as soon as John gets home so that I'm not scared while I'm recording. I don't want to touch it. That's just the cat box. Yeah, I'm gonna go live as soon as John gets here because I'm creeped out.
Strange and pretty concerning. Some young people were heading home after a party when they suddenly spotted something weird way down the road. Here's what one of them managed to film. Take a look.
El señor no lo está viendo. No lo está viendo.
Señor, ¿qué es eso? Lo que está allá.
Nos bajamos. Güey. Güey. Lo está moviendo.
Allá, lo que está allá moviéndose en lo más oscuro. Güey, eso no es un palo.
No, güey, yo lo deformo. Yo también lo deformo
Eso
como
es lo que se
mujer,
está
güey.
moviendo allá.
Ay, que yo me cagué, güey. Estamos bien cerca, güey.
No sé. Y nos queríamos bajar por las pastillas. Esa cosa que está ahí, mire.
Mira, no hay nada, entonces no era un tronco ni nada porque muchas personas van a decir eso. Si hay pasar para allá, ¿verdad? O nomás está aquí.
Pues si la hay, pero está ahí, te digo que no es eso.
Ah, ok.
Pero ahí donde está él, pues está. Ay, no, ya. Vamos a ver, es que lo pido.
Bueno, allá me voy igual.
A ver, a ver. Ay.
No hay nada, miren.
It wasn't a stick or anything like that. You can clearly make out a woman's shape, wearing what looks like old-fashioned clothes, like she's from another time period. Can you see it? The craziest part is she seems to be floating instead of walking. How do you even explain something like that? Kyle has dealt with paranormal stuff before. He's been recording strange sounds and weird activity in his house for years. This year started off really quiet though. Now whatever's in his house seems to have relocated to the utility room out in his garage. Kyle reports hearing big crashes, the lights going crazy, and when everything goes silent, he has to go look. He does, and here's what he discovers every time. Pay attention.
What the hell? Oh shit. It's a... I was up there. So was this. What the, I mean, there's no animal in here. I'm scared out of my mind. I was in the kitchen. I just started hearing the craziest commotion out here in the garage, and this is the result. There's no raccoon in here or anything. I mean, there's nothing that could have done this.
When Kyle opens that door, the whole room is trashed. Stuff everywhere, things knocked down, but nobody's inside. He thought maybe it was some animal at first, but that doesn't make sense. What animal could wreck things that badly, get up that high, and not leave any evidence behind? Plus, animals can't mess with the electrical system, so what's making the light go nuts? Kyle needs to share more videos and tell us if this strange activity is happening in other parts of his house before we can solve this paranormal mystery. This guy is by himself, filming what looks like just a normal day. Then he hears something, a voice that sounds exactly like his own voice. What makes it even creepier? He says this has happened to him before.
Oh my god.
Boss? Ikaw na, boss?
The building was supposed to be empty except for him. No other workers around, no customers either, just him alone. If that's really the case, then who was talking? Larissa and her brother had just moved into a new place, and neither of them expected anything unusual. But one night, while her brother was crashed out on the couch, something happened that left both of them spooked. Take a look at this. Out of nowhere, the door swings wide open, even though her brother had shut it earlier. Larissa gets the alert through her security app and calls him on speaker, asking why he opened the door. He's completely confused because he didn't touch it at all.
How's your door even open, Larissa? Seriously, man. How's your door even open? The door was locked. How's it even open?
He gets up and checks the hallway, but there's nobody there. Larissa says this isn't the first time. Ever since they moved in, things have been shifting around or falling over with no clear cause, and they've never seen anything responsible. After the video went viral, viewers urged Larissa to investigate the history of the previous owners. Real estate dealers often sell homes without disclosing sudden deaths or tragic accidents that occurred there. Many believe that spirits of a deceased family do not tolerate new occupants. No new information has come out since. A man just took on a night officer position at a shutdown industrial building during the graveyard shift. And ever since then, he's convinced something dark followed him back after work. The house they live in goes back to the late 1950s. Sure, it's got charm and plenty of room, but he will tell you the property has a dark past. Someone who lived there before died in the upstairs bedroom where they now sleep. On top of that, they dug up 2 bodies in the backyard that were never identified, and no one knows how they died. Both he and his wife have seen weird stuff they can't explain, and they're pretty sure something's haunting the place.
He has no shot collar at all. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and take this off just so you'll know that there's nothing there. Come on, bud. Hey, it's okay. It's okay, buddy. Settle down. Oh, I posted it. See, me and him both heard that. And see, now he's gonna fucking run and leave me up here like a douchebag. See? Straight up.
According to him, it's not just the backstory that's weird. The whole layout is off. There's this door upstairs that doesn't make any sense. It's just sitting there, with nothing leading to it. No stairs, nothing. In a clip where he's showing people where this mystery door is, he ends up recording something really messed up.
You can kind of see just how high up that door actually is if you're on the bottom floor. Yeah, you're looking at 10 plus 8, so you're looking at least 18 feet from your feet coming down. Why the
You can spot this dark silhouette moving around, and there are 2 different voices that seem to be talking to him.
If you're on the bottom floor. Why the
He doesn't even realize what's on the recording at first, and just casually mentions that behind the door is some storage area in the attic. One night, when he gets home from his shift, Weird noises starts happening all over the house. He grabs his phone to film and starts looking around, and what he finds absolutely terrifies him. These glowing eyes spread really far apart, just materialize out of the black, staying locked onto him while he stands there frozen. Then, whatever it is, just fades away into the darkness. But the activity doesn't stop there. He's even catching paranormal stuff happening in broad daylight now. A crash makes him turn around fast, and he films this whitish transparent figure, shoving a rocking horse, sending it moving back and forth slowly. With all these clips he's posted that are genuinely disturbing, his viewers can't agree on anything. Some think he's being honest. Others are convinced it's just another fake paranormal stunt. The big question remains, did starting this new job at the factory somehow wake something up? Or was this evil presence waiting in his house the whole time? This video captures the moment when Diana Sudi and her sibling become alarmed at the sight of numerous squad cars arriving beside their property.
It's like there's another one.
There's another one? Oh, you're right. What the hell is... Here.
Look, I was...
The pair watches as officers gather near a mobile home, with several entering to examine it. Diana mentions later that this dwelling belongs to her parent and is leased to a tenant. The occupant hadn't emerged for roughly 7 days, which prompted law enforcement to perform this wellness assessment.
He's not coming out. The judge.
Unfortunately, the authorities discovered the resident had already expired. While shooting this footage, Diana and her sibling weren't aware of the renter's demise. They were merely documenting the unusual activity occurring near their residence. However, upon examining the recording afterward, they noticed something inexplicable.
Right there. Wait, they're going up to Tom's place. So wait, you said the light wasn't off?
Yeah, exactly. And I knew something was going on. Oh, that's a lot of cops.
Holy shit, what the hell?
Yeah, they're coming out.
Are they calling something in? Going back over. What was Tom doing?
Is there like an app you can check or something to figure out?
Neither Diana nor her sibling observed the tiny outline visible in their recording. They hold no recollection of witnessing this shadowy form while filming, suggesting it wasn't physically detectable to their vision. Yet it appears on camera. Something definitely materialized and eventually moves behind an officer. Diana believes this might explain why they missed detecting the mysterious silhouette.
Oh, that's a lot of cops.
But as unnerving as this seemed, it pales compared to what unfolds days afterward when she assists her parent in examining the mobile home.
Oh. You brought your dog?
Yeah. Hey.
Get ready. Could be a little smelly.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Oh my god. Jeez. Oh my god. What was that?
This choice rapidly becomes regrettable. A deceased avian suddenly tumbles from a storage compartment, giving Deanna an immense fright. Beyond this shocking episode with the bird, what she discovers inside leaves her genuinely disturbed and bewildered.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Oh, Jesus. Wait, did this guy have a kid? What is this?
Yeah, this kid died too, like, I don't know, before. A long time ago.
Those small palm impressions on the wall have prevented Diana from ever returning to that mobile home. The connection wasn't immediate, but after sharing the footage with her sibling, they both recognized something disturbing. Reviewing the earlier recording again, she noticed the mysterious form was approximately the height of a youngster. Could they have captured images of the tenant's deceased offspring's presence? For now, it remains an unexplained occurrence. In March, a man named Evan started noticing a strange smell inside his house that wouldn't go away. He described it as the unmistakable scent of something dead. He searched through every room trying to track it down, but came up empty. When the smell only got stronger, he called in 2 contractors to help figure it out. The first contractor couldn't find the source, while the second suspected a cracked sewer line. They replaced the old pipe. But despite the repair, the foul odor never went away. Determined to solve the mystery, Evan contacted them again. This time, they noticed a section of the foundation where several bricks looked wet and stained, as if moisture had been seeping through. When they started removing the bricks, they found something hidden behind the wall that none of them expected. Shocked by the discovery, Evan pulled out his phone and filmed it to send to a friend.
Train wreck down here since when they decided that wasn't it, they opened up the wall here and didn't find any dead animals, but they did find that, and that's not even the weirdest part. Good teeth, dude. Yeah, I don't know if I'm just tripping out or...
Wedged behind the brickwork was an old horseshoe and a handful of loose teeth. The whole thing left Evan seriously creeped out, and he claims that after those objects were pulled out, the house started to feel different. A few days later, his dog planted itself at the top of the basement stairs and wouldn't stop barking at whatever was down there. The dog never acted like that before, so Evan figured he'd go check it out himself, and that's when things took a turn he wasn't ready for.
What's wrong, Joe? There's nothing in there for you, buddy. Come on. Joe. Come on.
While his dog kept staring at the basement, a drinking glass on the kitchen table suddenly tipped over. Evan brushed it off as odd timing, but when he checked the footage, something was wrong. The glass didn't just tip, it slid straight across the cutting board on its own. It moved slowly toward the edge and then dropped off with a heavy thud. Ever since, Evan says he's been hearing unexplained sounds almost every night and catching glimpses of shadows moving in the corner of his eye. One evening, he set his phone up on the table to record himself playing guitar along with a metronome click track. It was just supposed to be a practice session, but later, when he scrubbed through the video, he spotted something in the frame that made his skin crawl. Behind where Evan was sitting, something started to come into frame from around the corner of the wall. A pale face slowly slid into view, almost like it was leaning out to watch him, and then, after a few seconds, it pulled back and disappeared. Evan swears no one else was in the house with him that night, which makes the whole thing a lot harder to write off. Whatever that figure was, it stayed visible just long enough to show up on camera before vanishing completely. Hoping to capture more evidence or find an explanation, Evan installed a security camera inside his home, and it wasn't long before it recorded something equally disturbing. Evan went to let his dog out, but the dog stopped cold and locked eyes on the basement door again. Usually the dog would bolt straight outside, excited to run around. This time though, he wouldn't budge, just staring at the basement like something had his full attention. Evan eventually coaxed him outside with a handful of treats. A few seconds after the dog left, a loud bang came from inside the house. One of the books on the shelf had launched itself onto the floor with enough force that it sounded like someone had hurled it across the room, even though no one was standing anywhere near it. When Evan walked back in, he spotted the book on the floor. What really unsettled him was recognizing which book it was, his Bible. He decided not to worry about it too much, picked the object up and left it on the table. The next day, his security camera recorded something truly unsettling. If you watch the footage closely, you can see what looks like a small flame appear on top of the Bible, out of nowhere. The fire moves across the surface of the cover, spreading out for a few moments before going out on its own. The activity inside Evan's house has clearly gotten worse. What started as strange is now looking downright threatening. If this keeps up, he might need to install even more cameras just to keep track of whatever's happening in there. Two nurses are seated at their station, completely focused on their paperwork. Out of nowhere, this mysterious human-like figure suddenly zooms right past them at an incredibly fast speed. There's no sound of footsteps hitting the ground and absolutely no reaction from anyone around them. Nobody could figure out what that strange thing actually was, even after watching the recorded footage over and over again, carefully analyzing every single frame and detail they could see.